Yeah.
The way I would describe it is that it's a light mech. Okay, it's a heavy mech with the armament of a light mech and the armor of a medium. That is horrible for it to be a heavy.
You know what's funny is I think that's exactly how I describe it. I think that's exactly how I describe it in my intro to next video for Mech 1. Something along those lines.
Now, talking about its current state right now, you could do a lot worse than the Hellbringer. That's why I'm gonna put it in A.
It has those try all around good, and autocannons are easier to use.
Well, it should be noted that the Hellbringer in vanilla, I believe it was the Hellbringer, had one single LRM. And that
yeah, that's what it was in vanilla.
That was ass. But right now,
like, what good is one single LRM?
You can actually either dominate fights, or at least do a lot of damage.
Oh god, Grub, don't do that!
Hellbringer, A tier.
You ran back into my explosion. That's not my...
We gotta talk about the Kit Fox.
Ranger, move.
Yeah, that's one of those ones we could just look at and say hard C. That's...
Hard C.
It's very hard.
Not beginner friendly at all. And the effort you need to learn to use the Hackman, multiply that by 2 for the Kit Fox.
Oh my god.
You can't rush into fights at all. You have to be careful of when you cloak. You have to aggressively hunt for reds. And if you get caught even once, it's over for you.
I mentioned it earlier, but oh, you almost got blown up. Wait, what? How did
I got it?
How did I do that? What?
I think you hit the rocks and the rocks fell on me.
It's okay.
Moving back to the Kit Fox.
I think I said this earlier, but I tried for how long was it? It had to have been like at least a month trying to learn the Kit Fox.
A little bit more than that, but yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who likes nimble path. So.
Mind you, the other grub that came into our server just immediately figured it out. And Jesus Christ.
It's. I'm not saying that it's unlearnable. I'm just saying it really depends on your placement.
Yeah.
It'll either be really good or really bad.
The fact that it took Jam Grub immediately to pick it up, but then it took you over a month and you still haven't figured it out, that speaks to the effort that you need to put into the Kit Fox to learn it properly. Like, unless you're a savant who can pick up immediately, avoid this. It's not for new players at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in C. I'm gonna put it above the Corvus and the Cougar though, because you're getting a lot more value from the Kit Fox than if you do a Cougar or whatever. What else is there? Loki. What are your thoughts on the Loki?
I think the Loki, it's a cloaker with basically the loadout of a Mad Dog.
Well, yeah. That was in vanilla, and Rebalance just gave it laser.
It's the only heavy cloaker thing, isn't it? Well, yeah.
Yeah, there is. Only the Loki.
The Loki is very... I think the Loki's a pretty good mech. I mean, you have autocannons, obviously.
Yeah.
How would you...
And autocannons do have their pluses.
If you were to take a new player and put them in the Loki, how
and the lasers are a bit long.
As far as new players go, I mean,
the lasers are a bit more viable and longer range.
As far as
continue.
I was just saying that.
As far as new, okay,
Jesus Christ, bro.
Go ahead, Brad. Were you saying something, Joe?
What do you think?
As far as new players go, the Loki, I'm not sure it's the best mech for new players, because new players, it would take a little time to get used to the cloaking effect. as well as actually hitting your shots on with autocannons accurate. However, Loki is a good. Loki's kind of a weird mech because it's kind of like a brawler mech and a cloaker in one. In sorts, you know, it's very unique in that stance.
New players aren't going to be able to take advantage of that very much because they.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
experienced players can make very good use of Loki. In fact, Loki stands toe to toe with a Mad Dog every day.
And the one thing I like about the Loki is that it has a base speed of 37, which as of now outspeeds every single mech that isn't the light. What I mean is that it outspeeds mediums and outspeeds the Mad Dog. Those are all base 35. While the Loki has base 37.
What did I call
That's
it that
huge,
one
man.
time? An honorary light mech?
Base 37 on top of being a cloaker heavy too. That is very good.
Yeah, it's
And it has decent burst damage, upgraded, and decent survivability. I'm stuck between put it in A.
Sorry, Gleb, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know you were bad.
I don't think I'd put it at
Pretty
super
darn
high
good anyway.
if I did push it in. I think it's more of a B rank in terms of usability.
I would say either B or A.
High B, low A. That's how I
I'd say
feel about it.
usability considered, you know, I'd say maybe a high B, but in the right hands, definitely a low A
Yep.
at least.
At least, I'll put it between the Atlas and Bowman, and I guess we'll figure out the final placements later. What? Oh god. Yeah, it's everyone's favorite heavy. You already know who it is.
Mad Cat.
Okay.
Another staple of
Where do you think that's going?
another staple of new players.
Well,
I'm sure how it is.
Right.
since
I
we're
don't-
going on Mad Cat, we have a really good package going on. Just out of the box, you get PPCs, you get
Yeah. The dual
target
PP,
jammer, and you
dual
have
quad jabs, they are like long range. This thing, it's a really good long range, especially with the target jammer. This thing's really good long range. Its problem, it can't keep its heat down though. It's its biggest thing. So new players are gonna kind of have trouble in a pinch.
And another thing that you need to consider is that if you're a new player and you pick the Mad Cat, you automatically get the responsibility of being the carry mech. Like all that responsibility of making your team win, that falls on you.
You're a damage dealer.
How
You're
much
a damage
damage
dealer.
you
You really a killer.
as
You're
far
a damage
as
dealer.
gameplay goes, or should I say gameplay style that you need to use for a Mad Cat, it needs to be you take advantage of any cover that you have. Wall walking, if you can do that.
Right.
Mad Cat is kind of like, you know, you hide behind cover. You take a
Guys,
shot at your PPCs or your javelins, and you get right back behind cover, kind of.
Mad
You
Cat
don't
is
want to get
low.
too far and be open. It's not a brawler mech. It's more closely related to a sniper.
Yeah, it's not a killer. It's a damage dealer. You want to sit back and you want to just kind of punch from the back with it. But
However,
you need it's good because for a heavy mech, it's kind of quick.
when you get your PPCs all the way leveled up, though, and you got level 3s,
Oh, that helps.
You gotta
Healing.
push one, yeah, you gotta push once you're +1 at least.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can play your Mad Cat. Most new players, I'm gonna assume, are gonna play it as a support. But if you really wanted to, you could play a super aggressive Mad Cat that just takes twice all the goddamn time. Gets into range and uses target jammer, uses your weapon coverage properly, and you basically just steamroll the other team. Or you can just be that mech that, like you said, does a lot of damage but doesn't actually kill, so that you
Yeah.
soften it up for your other teammates. And they
Yeah,
get the
well,
kill, and
my
you
goal,
just keep
my
the
goal,
team like that.
when I play because Mad Cat's kind of my main. I love this mech. I always have. My goal is I let the front line push and I sit from the back. When they go down is when I push, and then that's when I'm going crazy. But for the it's not a mech that you want to charge in with right away. You want to kind of sit back and you want to punch from the back, and then once everybody's kind of softened and weakened, then you push.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm gonna assume most of you guys are gonna want to put it in S tier, but if not, I would probably put it as like B number 1 A tier.
I would actually say A.
I would put it in S.
I was gonna assume S, but if you're gonna put it in A,
I don't have a problem with that. Like,
yeah, I also
Yeah.
think it could be A. Mostly because
Yeah.
compared to the catapult, which is, brain dead, takes no effort to use, Mad Cat, even though it's got a lot going for it, it does require the same effort that the Hellbringer would to really push it.
That was actually a really well balanced, nice playing match.